Hey, welcome to Arts and Crafts. Today I'm going to do a quick card. We have a new neighbor moving in down the block, and my neighbor, who has lived here long before we moved in, thought it would be a nice idea to give her a welcome to the neighborhood card, and he asked me if I could make that for him. And he would take it to the other various neighbors and sign it and whatever. And I said, yeah, I could do that. So here is my welcome to the neighborhood card. What I have here is I have my card base is 4.5 by 4.5. It's going to be, I think, a top fold. It might be side fold. I haven't decided yet. Either way. I have 2 sheets of, I believe these are die cuts with a view, but I got them in a paper pack at Big Lots. But I've seen die cuts with a view paper that look exactly like this, so that's what I think it is. But I just had some 8 by 8 that I cut down to be 4.25 by 4.25. But I didn't have 2 that matched, so I picked 2 green ones because one's going to be the outside and one's going to be the inside. And I could have just picked a different paper, but I fell in love with that one for the cover, so that's what I did. And I have a piece of white cardstock here, cut at 4 by 4. And then I have, this is, and I don't have my book. I don't know where my book is for this cartridge, but this is the Joy of the Season Cricut cartridge, and it's this house right here. And I've used this house a couple times because it's just a cute cut, but I want to use some of these cuts for things other than just Christmas, and that's a good one that I could use for other times too. So I have cut this at 3.5, I believe is what I cut it at. Hold on, let me turn my machine on and I'll tell you. Yes, 3.5. And I cut it the first time because, like I said, I didn't have my book and I couldn't remember exactly how it looked. So I cut it on shadow, on white, and then I cut the brown because I wanted the siding to be brown. And then I cut a darker brown for the roof and the green for the trees. And then instead of cutting some kind of paper or something to fill in behind the windows, I just went ahead and grabbed my I'm gonna have to reach in front of you here, and I'm so sorry for that. Sunflower yellow stays on ink and a makeup sponge, and just kind of sponged a little bit to fill in where the windows will be. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to use this Tombow, the stamp runner. I just got it. I know it's old. I got it on clearance. I know it's nothing new, but it's new to me. So I'm going to go ahead and use that today. And let's go ahead and get started. Yep. And I'm still getting used to the new camera angle. So I promise I'm working on the inability to do things on camera instead of off or partially off. So I just put a little bit of adhesive. This would be a good job for either a Zig 2-way glue pen, which I have, but I don't really want to drag out, or a Xyron. And my big Xyron is out of adhesive. So that means I do it the hard way. Okay. And then I know I'm using the brown roof. Okay. So let's just get this guy on here. There we go. And then I do have the 2 trees. And I've got to play with them to remember which way they go. The fun thing about this card is it's not going to be mailed, so I can put as much dimension on it as I want to, which I'm a big fan of. And I do see one problem that needs to be fixed here, and that is this treetop. Alright. And I'm just using a blank old thank you card like I do sometimes for glitter. That's what I'm gluing on today, because I have a ton of them left over from my wedding forever ago. And it's sad to admit that they're still hanging around. Alright. I'm digging that push down square adhesive thing. Setting, I guess you would call it. That's pretty cool for those tiny little areas. Except I'm not real great at lining up. Now I have the choice between a green door and a brown door. And I actually think I'm going to go with the green, because it's going to butt up against, whoops, flying tweezers. It's going to butt up against the brown of the ground, so I don't want it to blend in, so I think I'm just going to use the brown door, or the green door. Sorry, I'm going to be honest with y'all, it's like 1:30 in the morning here, so it's a little late. Alright, so there's our house. I'm going to go ahead and start putting this card together here. And I'm going to start on the inside, and I'm not going to put a sentiment on the inside, because I do want room for people to write or sign it. And I'm not going to decorate both sides, even though I could. But once again, I don't have enough matching decorative paper to do that either. This is one of those cards that could definitely fit in the use it or lose it mentality here. Because these are stuff that I really need to use or pitch or donate or let my little cousins have, something along those lines. Or my niece. Okay. Now is when I need to decide if I want it to be top fold, which I think is how I'm going to go. So, let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to bring in, I printed off, I found some free fonts, and so I just picked a font, and I just typed "Welcome to the Neighborhood," and then I copied and pasted it twice and changed the size on it. And I know you can't see what I'm doing, I'm just trimming them out, and then I'm gonna decide which one I want to use and how I want to use it. Ooh, I didn't get that guy trimmed very straight. That's alright. Not much I can do about it at this point in time. So, my house is going to come here, and it's going to be popped up on dots. So I can either do this guy, or I can do a banner. And I'm not sure which I want to do. I think I might go ahead and mount it on the second green to pull in this green color, just a little bit of it. There we go. And I'm just going to grab a pair of scissors here and just cut a little bit of a green border. And my fantastic inability to cut straight. Alright, there we go. I kind of like that, so I'm going to go straight down with this one, with my sentiment. And like I said, I just found some font, some free font that I liked, and that's what I used. Now I'm going to use some pop dots. And I've got, what I did was I popped out several pop dots, and some of them I cut in half, and some of them I cut in quarters, and some I left whole. So I'm just going to kind of pick and choose what works where I need it. And I'm probably off camera again. About the only place that I don't have a really great size dot for is this top chimney. Whoops. Try that one again. But I don't know that I can help that. Maybe. I'll try. I'm going to grab my non-stick scissors, which, there they are, per usual. Oh no, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use some of this leftover part. There we go. Alright, let me just pull the pop dot, peel the covers off. Oops, and I just stuck myself down. Alrighty, so we'll just put him on here, give it a little push, and that is our card. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see y'all next time.